Grambition, where the heart of Grambling beats here.
We got NBA Hall of Famer, Grambling State Hall of Famer, legend Willis in the building. This is Grambition, pulled up in that expedition. How were your days like? What were your days like at Grambling?
Great. I enjoyed some of the greatest moments of my life here at Grambling. Some of the toughest moments at Grambling too. But as I tell people, in 1970 through 1973, as a member of the New York Knicks, we won 2 championships. But if I had to live any 4 years of my life over, I mean, I would take the 4 years I spent at Grambling, because those were some phenomenal years, playing with some great players, learning from a great coach and go Grambling, and really just enjoying my student life here at Grambling. My life wasn't quite as good as some of the athletes, people that were not athletes, but I enjoyed the experience. And I remember, I tell everybody now that when I first got to Grambling practicing and all, the most important thing we had to have was that 26-cent for that big pop cola, 16-ounce pop cola and honey bun, and to eat it. So when you got off of practice, at least you had something to eat. Now, I never missed in the morning. I always had early classes because I wasn't going to miss that dine hall over to 6. Most of the time I was there between 6 and 6:15.
Yes, sir.
Because I'd be hungry. So it was but that was a great experience. I mean, it was a great experience. I used to get up and go to the dining hall, and sometimes I come back and try to study a little bit if I could, because I'm working on. I used to try to study a lot when I first come in from practice, and I found out most time I would go to sleep, fall asleep. You couldn't concentrate. You'd just be too tired. Right. So I learned how to get through all that. I learned how to study and make sure I could get up. I'll get up early in the morning at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, so I get myself an hour. Study school. I had to go to the dining hall, and those were the ways the 4 years I had here was the founding years of my life because of Coach Rob, Coach Hobby, President Jones,
yes, sir.
And also College A. Nicholson. College A. Nicholson was the guy who really pushed to make us the Grambling athletes known around the world, and he did a great job.
Yes, sir. Briefly, describe your experience with Coach Hobby. I know he's winning his coach in Louisiana basketball, college basketball history. Explain that experience, what that experience was like playing for him.
I really picked, that was a lot of schools would recruit me and stuff, but I really wanted to come play for Coach Hyde. They played Grambling style basketball. I'm going back to the years of playing here. They had Hooper and Jerry Barr, had Plancher, they had Rex Lee Tippett, Hartnett, and Jim Dandy. So I grew up 15 miles north of me in Junction City, and I lived in Bernice.
Right.
So, I mean, I saw the way they played. They played running basketball like the NBA. So, having to be a big kid growing up and stuff, I needed to play in a running style of basketball, good man-to-man work. And those were the things that I think really propelled me to be able to go to the pros and do as well as I did, because of the style of basketball that I got orientated with playing here at Grambling for Coach Allen.
Okay, that's good. And one last thing, do you have any advice for any student athletes that's considering Grambling for basketball? I know sometimes they may look at what we've been through and everything and change their mind, but...
Well, first of all, I think our new coach is going to do very well for us. I'm excited about him. Also, I think most of our young kids who are out there who has a chance now maybe to want to pick a school to go to, I think Grambling is a great opportunity. I think the number one thing they should come to Grambling to do what? Is to graduate.
Yes, sir.
Become an alumnus.
Yes, sir.
And take a profession that they understand that they can get a job when they get away from, after they graduate from here. And I think that's number one. Once they do that, I think the 4 years they spend here playing basketball, if they have the level of talent to play at the next level, they'll get there.
Right.
But the number one thing they need to do to understand that there's only 30 teams, there's only 15 players on the team, and they play a little bit overseas, and there's the D-League. But your main objective in 4 years is to get an education, get a degree, find something that you think you want to do the next 50 years of your life, and do that here at Grambling, and understand that if you do that, and if you have the talent to do the next level, it'll be there for you.
Mr. Reed, I appreciate your time, man, and it's nice to meet you. Good seeing you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, thank you.
And the pride that has made us Grambling. We haven't always been Grambling. It's the pride